That's like blaming every Muslim person in the world for the actions of Al-Qaeda and ISIS, and we have never done that. And in that moment, I thought to myself, maybe Adolf was onto something. Dogs are nice. I love dogs. I think dogs as a species have kept us from falling over the edge. Like even if you look on the internet, so many videos about dogs, right? Like this one video I saw came out last year, and this is a true story. It happened in Thane. Okay? This was this dog, right, who was dropped to a pet spa by its owners. So these pet parents, right, they dropped their dog off at a pet spa, and the groomers, instead of grooming this dog, started assaulting it. True story. And not just that, they filmed themselves doing this, okay, and then posted the video online. It went viral instantly, okay. There was a mob online, which then translated to a mob offline. They found out where the pet spa was, got it shut down, got hold of the groomers, smacked them around a little bit, and then handed them over to the police. And you can see these videos, they're there online. And as I was watching this, I noticed something. There must have been about at least 200 to 300 people there. And as they were all there, I noticed that not one of them gave about the religion of the person standing next to them. Nobody cared about what God they worshipped, what food they ate, or who they loved. All of the people gathered there were united in their anger towards the injustice that was suffered by this defenseless dog. And I think this is a sentiment that we can stretch globally, isn't it? Very few things in the world unite people in anger like the injustice of abuse that has been suffered by a defenseless dog. Am I right? Good. Now, if we can only figure out a way to airdrop puppies into Gaza, right? There's your ceasefire. That's all it takes. Just drop some puppies into Gaza, keep the cameras rolling, let Israel do its thing. Those pet parents from Thane will march. You know, when I was in school, and this was in history class, right? We were learning about World War II, specifically the Holocaust, and we were having a class discussion about this, and all the students, right, in the class, all of us, we had the same questions. All of us were like, how could the rest of the world allow this to happen? How could 6 million Jews be killed and no one did anything? And our teacher was trying to explain to us that apathy was ingrained in the human psyche, and as a species, we are inherently selfish fucks. And I was like, no, that cannot be. And I told my teacher, this will never happen in our lifetime. No way. In fact, if this ever happens in our lifetime, I will give you anything you want. Yeah, I got a call from my history teacher last week. She said, anything? What a strange world we live in, right? Who would have thought that the same man who brought so much of pain and suffering and death to the Jewish community would come back reincarnated as their prime minister? Look how uncomfortable all of you are. I get it, okay? This is a very contentious issue, right? It's not an easy topic to discuss. Like, I don't know what side you're on. I am on the right side. I don't know about you. On the right side. But I have to admit that it's very hard to be on the right side, especially when you realize that you do not have any real power. Right? I mean, we can share stories and create awareness and maybe donate some money, but we don't have any real power to stop what's going on over there. Right? It's a very difficult place to be, and it hasn't been a fun experience. Right? Like every day you're trying to get through your life, and you see all these videos just coming out of Gaza. Right? You see all these videos, and I have to say, this genocide is doing way better numbers than the Holocaust. So much content, right? And the atrocities just keep escalating. And it's been so difficult to watch that recently I ended up having a very disturbing thought. It's a thought that I am not proud of at all, but one that I will share with you. Because I am a giver. Right? If you're with me, I will give and give and give until I have nothing left. Right? So I'm going through life and I'm just looking at my phone and all these videos keep coming up, right? And the atrocities are just escalating until I saw a picture of a Palestinian father holding his headless child in his hands. And in that moment, I thought to myself, maybe Adolf was on to something. And this is where I lose the crowd. Look, just to be clear, I'm not trying to whitewash Hitler. Okay? He's still every bit the vile, evil monster we remember him to be. Okay, I'm pretty sure even right now he's at the bottommost pit of hell, right next to the Queen. And this is where I win the audience back. I'm just saying, maybe he knew something that the rest of us did not. Do you have a better explanation for what we are witnessing today? I don't. Right? I mean, think about this, right? Even if we discuss time travel as a social experiment, right? What do we all say? If time travel were a possibility, we would all travel back in time and kill baby Hitler. But what if baby Hitler was also traveling back in time to save us from a future that we are witnessing today? And based on whatever was happening, we should let that baby live. I'm very pro-choice. And then I snapped out of it. I said, Dan, you can't have a thought like this. It's not okay to think like this. It's not. Okay? This is an anti-Semitic thought. It's not okay. It's not. And I know that I've put that thought into all of your minds right now. Right? And it's swirling in there. I just want to let you know, it's not okay to think like this. Okay? So shame on all of you for having this thought. Right? And let me be very clear when I say, it is not okay to blame every Jewish person in the world for the actions of the Israeli government or the IDF. That's like blaming every Muslim person in the world for the actions of Al-Qaeda and ISIS. And we have never done that. Right?